Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Oh right, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Why you chase the crust and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, all in your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Oh my, oh my. Look at you. Wonderful, wonderful chat. Oh, yes. We've got a couple of special things for you tonight. One of those would be from last night as we were leaving. That's Debbie Baker.
Welcome to the ship
Oh,
show.
Thank you, Doll, for the 5 gifted memberships to those wonderful people that got to enjoy. Thank you so much. But that's not all. We got so much more. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yes! Oh, I dropped my foot. Bullocks and because also Debbie Baker with the $20. It was, she gave a $20 to me and Cash App, and I want to thank you also for that. That was so kind of you. I really do appreciate it. It's going to be used to go towards those piling up legal bills I don't have. Max Lam, beautiful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh yes, I did see that also last night. Got something. Ray getting served soon today. Crazy day. Yes, it has been a crazy day. And thank you, Max, for sending that over. I do appreciate you. And it was, yeah, Debbie Baker is absolutely awesome. She was so gracious, and I do thank her for that. 99% of the people here are awesome. Yeah, absolutely, Lady T. I've got one of the most fun chats around. You guys really you make this all so worthwhile. I do appreciate every single one of you. Oh man. Where do we start? I mean, it's such a glorious thing to see Bruce's BS get slapped down. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tinker Lou. I'm so sorry to hear that. Dammy, Ray got served. Well, no, I don't think he's gotten served yet. I don't believe that he's actually gotten served yet. Just because those papers come out, unless there's an actual filing that says he's been served. What it is they have to print one of those things out. It's a creation of a document. Basically, they create the document. That document is ordered by the court, and then they go and they perfect service on it. So I don't think that it's, yeah, he hasn't gotten served yet. So I'm pretty sure of that. I haven't looked it over yet. But usually that's what happens in a case is you'll get the court creates the service document, and then you have to perfect service after that. And so once he receives that, he'll have 21 days to respond to that. And you know, that's how that goes. It's fine. Unless Randy filed that you know, he had perfected service, then, you know, it's 21 days to get served, at least according to that document. Yeah, it's of course it said it had 21 days. Yeah, but you have to understand that unless it's been signed off on by a process server, now that could be the sheriff. I want to get served. Breakfast in bed would be great. Yes. Well, you know, all people in the court case, you know, if they're served, they get served. You know, that's how it goes. You know, you don't, the last thing you want to be in is any sort of lawsuit. That is just an absolute downhill spiral. Whether you're creating one, whether you're responding to one, that's not a path you want to be traveling down. Good to see you, Orty. Good to see you. What was I looking for? I was looking for something really quick because I'm slow on uptick, and it happens. Give me just a second. Let me do something real quick here, and once I find it, I can tell you exactly what's going on here, because of course I didn't look at it. So give me a second. Yeah, so what it is it has been issued. Let me give me a second, and I can download that thing really quick, which would be, what is that? Yeah, 78, and give me a second. There we go. Okay, so what it says is within 20 days after service of the summons, you're not counting the day you received it, or 60 days if you're in the United States or U.S. agency or an officer employee of the United States. But yeah, it hasn't been served yet. So basically what that document is just a document of service, and then you have the process server or sheriff, whoever happens to be serving it, will actually fill out that documentation and basically have an affidavit saying yes, that they served it. So it hasn't been served yet, but it is out there. And that's what service process of service is all about. Oh no, why would you have to apologize to one of the meds? Hi peeps, slow moving giant, not sure how long it'll take. I can be on the interwebs being fussy, also waiting on a grocery order to arrive. Well, that'd be wonderful. Lots of interesting info. Oh, well, of course, I'm sure they've got all kinds of plans, but you know, like fools easily parted with their money. Now, let's put it this way: I am unbothered by these fools. They're doing these kinds of things to get a response, and well, there's nothing to respond to. That they're just silly fools. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Silly fools. So they're the problem is they're flailing right now. They want the spotlight, And well, I'm not going to give them any spotlight. I will just mock them for their silliness and their stupidity. She apologized, but she didn't need to. Not your fault at all. Oh, I don't know what happened. But yeah, it's one of those. I don't really care. They're flailing around like a blind man looking for a Muppet in the dark. And they wouldn't even know if they find it. Well, that's an old letter. I mean, that's the best part about it. It's an old letter, so they can be angry about it if they want to. They didn't really buy your channels, did they? No, they can't own any part of what I do. That's the thing about it. See, I own my YouTube channel. I also own the rights to my music, which is another thing that they can't touch. So they can try, but the only problem is that'll just get them in all kinds of trouble. Because YouTube won't deal with them like that. But yeah, there's only one me, and you'll know pretty instantly who it is. They're all writing letters now. Well, good for them. Maybe they'll be able to actually read them without sounding like they're gargling marbles. Gifted one shizzy with membership. Welcome.
Welcome to the
Thank you so much for the membership. I appreciate you. New flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Yeah, all over again.
Oh, yeah. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Maybe no run on a sentence. Maybe some punctuation. I don't know. They could do just about anything. And bragged about having content through September with filings. I'm sure they do. That I like I said, I don't pay any attention to them. You have to understand that their streams are so low value. The only people watching them are you guys. Like that's the only watch that they get. They're like the sun setting. It just disappears over the horizon, and it'll be there again tomorrow. Just disappearing over the horizon again. Oh, gifted 5 Shizzy Wisnut memberships. Thank you, Hazel, Monty, Inkle. I appreciate you so much. This is for you. Oh,
Welcome to the ship show.
we gotta break out some fresh ones. Oh,
A new flavor of fuckery.
'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, exactly. Right there, Lady T is hitting it right on the money. Imitation. But you'll always know that I'm the top of the heap. If they're all coming after me, that just means that I'm still top of the heap, and they're just crawling. They're just crawling like a bunch of little maggots, just trying to get up there to the top. Poop. Oh yeah. Yes, welcome new members, most definitely. I hope they are. I try to keep it entertaining. I do have another one for you tonight, but let's get into this order that the judge threw down today. The order in their answers: defendants asserted 3 counterclaims against plaintiff. 6970. Well, it's basically the same document. It's just filed under the separately. And it says at 11 through 13. So page 11 through 13. And I just happen to have that right here. So what it was is this was their claim that they put up here, which was count 2, Florida statute 540.808. The plaintiff has misappropriated the defendant's image and likeness by placing them on video thumbnails, which is, there's no problem with that, in order to advertise the videos as bad neighbors videos in which the defendants appear involuntarily as villains in the plaintiff's contrived YouTube storylines. The plaintiff use of the defendant's image and likeness has been without their consent. That doesn't matter. That's the way it goes. The plaintiff's use of the defendant's image and likeness has been for commercial and or advertising purposes. No, it hasn't. That's completely different. See, here's the big difference in it. If I was to use a YouTube thumbnail, for example, because I'm talking about Lynette, which I've never used one, so I don't ever have to worry about that. But if I was ever to use one of their images, using that as a thumbnail, it's completely fine. It doesn't break any violations whatsoever. News stations, YouTube does it all the time. It's the same. It's no different than somebody putting up a symbol of Bitcoin because that's what they're talking about, or a dollar sign because they're giving, advice on monetary, or if they put up, the little cross with the snake on it because they're talking about medical something or other. There's no difference. Those are just basically given the same information. News stories do it all the time. Plaintiff's use of it likeness without their consent, so it doesn't matter. Also, they're public figures, so there again, it also doesn't matter. And to increase views of videos. No, it's because they're telling people what's going on. That's the only difference is. Because of the plaintiff's unauthorized use of the defendant's image and likeness for commercial and or advertising purposes, the defendants have suffered loss and injury and entitled to recover reasonable damages, including royalties. Oh, but that's not how it works. Count 3, invasion of privacy by unauthorized publication. The plaintiff has published a defendant's photo, image, and or likeness on his YouTube page. So it's basically the same thing, and it's not unauthorized. There's nothing that they can do about this, but they put these in here anyway. They decided, hey, we're going to throw these in here, although these came into play in another place. All right. So what the judge said, let me get back here to 159 because that's where we were at. And then the defendants later moved to voluntarily dismiss 2 of the counterclaims. So here's where it is right here. Defense request under this dismissing counterclaims 2 and 3, which was the defense request in order dismiss under pursuant FRPC 41A2, defendants request in order dismissing 2 and 3 of their counterclaims. Provides except as provided by Rule 41A1, an action may be dismissed the plaintiff's request only by court order on terms that the court considers proper unless the order states otherwise. A dismissal under the paragraph 2 is without prejudice. And then, they said this was, you also have to understand that this was Crook that filed this one. Now Lynette filed basically the same damn thing. It was, they filed these together. Unless the order states otherwise, a dismissal under the paragraph 2 is without prejudice. Defendants wish to pursue these claims in a separate action in their form of choice, along with other claims against the plaintiff unrelated to this case. Dismissal will also render moot the motions to dismiss 109 and 110, which those were already eliminated because the judge cut those off. I'm pretty sure those were the 2 that he did, eliminating the need for court to rule on those motions. So the court doesn't have to rule on those motions. Those motions are not wasted because they can be used by the plaintiff in response to the same claims when brought in a different action. And this was done by Bubbles before he so promptly left the area. And then, of course, as I was saying right here, so the plaintiff did not oppose the dismissal of those 2 counterclaims, 119. Thus, the court granted the unopposed motion dismiss counts 2 and 3 of the defense counterclaims. And that was in his doc 121. So defendants have subsequently moved to voluntarily dismiss the remaining counterclaim, which is count 1 from docs 150 and 151. I'm not going to pull those up because they just basically, that was this one right here, 150, 151. So basically that was the same damn motion. And of course the judge said, which is count 1, plaintiffs have responded in opposition to that motion, which is 158, which is what we read last night. Give me just a second. We'll call. All right. So although the issue has not been raised by either party, so neither Randy nor the judge or the pro se litigants in this one, the pro se parties, John and Lynette hadn't brought this up, nor had Bruce brought this up. The court's research, so the court did a little bit of digging and revealed a recent 11th Circuit decision that the court believes requires it to sua sponte reconsider its prior order. So basically go back and change whatever order it was, which was Doc 121. I'm not going to pull that one up either. Granting the defendant's motion to voluntarily dismiss counts 2 and 3 of their counterclaims under Rule 41A2. See Euroboor BV et al. And this would have been somewhere in 2024, as you can tell by that little nomenclature right there. So that either was 23 or 24, because it's hard to, unless you pull that particular one up. In Euroboor PV, the court stated that a party could not move under Rule 41A2, which is what they were trying to move under this one right here. As you can see, this particular one that they were trying to move under, well, that was the original. Let me and we'll just tell it yes. So let me see, 119. Okay, yeah, right here. Under FRPC 41A2, dismissing counterclaims 2 and 3. And basically they said, no, that's not going to work. So what the judge did is he looked back at this one and he said, okay, that they could not move under Rule 41A2 to voluntarily dismiss fewer than all the claims or counterclaims that the party had brought against an opposing party. So what they said was, no, you can dismiss it's one, all of them or none of them. You can move to basically dismiss our counterclaims, but it's got to be all of them. You can't piecemeal it together. That the party had brought against an opposing party. Instead, the court explained that a party may only use Rule 41A2 to voluntarily dismiss all claims or all counterclaims against the opposing party. Based on Euroboor BV, the court will vacate its prior order, which means he's basically rolling back the clock. Doc 121, which is granting defendants unopposed motion to dismiss counts 2 and 3 of their counterclaims and deny that motion without prejudice. So basically he's coming back, he's rolling it back, and he's saying, nope, I'm denying it without prejudice. Additionally, the court will deny without prejudice defendants pending motions to voluntarily dismiss one of their counterclaims, which is Docs 150, this one right here, and 151. So we can eliminate those. And then, yeah, that was one right here. Defendant request for order dismissing counterclaim 1. So on both of those, they're basically saying, yeah, you're dismissing both of them. And then he says that the pending motions to voluntarily dismiss count 1 of their counterclaims is done. Defendants may refile their motions as a single motion to voluntarily dismiss all counterclaims 1, 2, and 3. All the court likely could combine the two motions and construe them together as a single motion to dismiss all the counterclaims. Out of an abundance of caution, ensure the docket is clear. The court believes it's best to have defendants refile a single motion to dismiss all the counterclaims. So what the judge said is, I don't want you guys filing this bullshit separately. I don't need doc 50 or 69 or, what is it? 60. It'd be doc 69, doc 169, 160 or something like that. He was basically saying that if you're wanting to file a dismissal, you need to file it as one. No more of this. You file and then you file. It's going to be, you both need to file this together. The court believes it's best to have defendants refile a single motion to dismiss all the counterclaims. Plaintiff then will be afforded an opportunity to respond to such a motion to voluntarily dismiss all the counterclaims. So basically, what he's saying here is that they're going to be given an opportunity to dismiss all of the counterclaims, like if Randy agrees to, or Jeremy agrees to it, then basically he would say, okay, yeah, we'll dismiss the counterclaims. Accordingly, it's ordered that the prior order 121 granting defendants unopposed motion to dismiss counts 2 and 3 of their counterclaim is vacated. The defendant's motion to dismiss counts 2 and 3 of their counterclaims 111 is denied without prejudice, and also the defendant's motion to dismiss count 1 of their counterclaims are denied without prejudice. So that means that they can refile. If defendants desire voluntary dismissal of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3 of their counterclaims, then they shall file within 14 days of this order a motion to voluntarily dismiss all counterclaims. Okay, so basically they have to create a motion to voluntarily dismiss all the counterclaims. Court previously ordered defendants to respond to plaintiff's motion to dismiss count 1 of the counterclaims by June 26. It appears that defendants intended their motion to be voluntarily dismiss count 1 to be their response to plaintiff's motion, but to the extent defendants wish to offer a substantive response to the arguments raised by plaintiff's motion, they have 14 days from today's date to do so. So plaintiff will have 14 days from the filing of defendant's motion to respond. So there you go. So the plaintiff, after the defendants file their motion to basically have all those counts dismissed, then the plaintiff has 14 days, and that was ordered on the 14th. So that would be the 5th, something like that they have until, so July 5th, or I think that's right. So they would have 14 days from the 24th, whatever day that is. Off the top of my head, I don't know, because I can't count worth a damn. I can't remember if we have 30 or 31 days this month. But that was what the judge ordered in there. He threw that in there and said, okay, so there we go. And of course, as usual, and I know that you guys just can never wait for these because you get so excited for them. That just drives you a little bit batty. Makes you get all excited, wiggly inside. You just can't help it.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Whiz, Nut.
An open letter to the anti-what the Hales morons. You couldn't even quit without screwing it up. Well, I bet you feel stupid. It seems your counterclaims, like your credibility, are being peeled off the docket one sorry layer at a time, and not because you made a strategic decision, but because you don't even know how to leave properly. The court just vacated your dismissals because, according to actual law, something you may want to revisit between online temper tantrums, BBB, the one man who ran his mouth in public while completely misunderstanding the very rules he was trying to weaponize, this was a controlled demolition of your credibility carried out by your own filings, your own live streams, and your own inability to shut the F up and lawyer properly. But no, not you, Bubbles. You decided to file a piecemeal retreat. 2 counterclaims here, 1 later, maybe a limping motion in between, and the kicker? Well, the court granted it until it had to correct itself after independently researching what you clearly didn't. You know how bad you have to screw up for a federal judge to take time out of their day to clean your fuck up without being asked. Let's be clear, this wasn't a close call. It wasn't even a gray area. The 11th Circuit's court Euroboor decision made it crystal. You don't get to selectively dismiss claims like you're ordering a la carte off a menu of incompetence. And you know that if you read the case or knew what Rule 41 actually says or cared more about legal accuracy than your unhinged rants on live streams, or maybe did your CLEs so you could be up to date on all of these kinds of things. How much should we bet that you're going to go live on the flea tube and explain how you actually won because the judge remembered your name while vacating your order? Maybe calling Judge Bolitho an idiot and Randall Shockett stupid on the Flea's YouTube channel while your ignorant filings were still pending before the very man you insulted. I'm not sure what fantasy realm you think you're litigating in, but in this one, judges read the docket, and sometimes, Bruce, it makes you wonder if they also watch YouTube, especially when the court clerk is laughing at your stupidity. Do you understand what just happened? You tried to pull a disappearing act on your client's counterclaims. You tried to weasel out one by one, and in doing so, you violated binding appellate precedent, forced the court to reverse its own order, and handed your opponents more procedural ammo than they could have hoped for, all while you slithered away from the case altogether like a stone magician failing a vanishing trick while flipping off the judge on your way out. You weren't just wrong, you were aggressively, petulantly, publicly wrong, and now the record reflects it. Not just in the filings, but in court order that vacates your motion like it was an expired Groupon for legal malpractice. I mean, are you the washed-up masshole with a law degree and an ego he found in a Cracker Jack box? You called a federal judge an idiot on live stream while begging for him for favorable rulings, a self-sabotage level that normally is reserved for reality TV contests who get drunk before elimination night. And to think, this is the same clown who files sanction motions accusing others of multiplying proceeding while he's out here multiplying embarrassment. You filed counterclaims and couldn't even dismiss them right. Judge Bolitho had to vacate your motion like it was a fake Groupon for malpractice CLEs. And now that you've run off the case, you look like a wet cat who knocked over the vase is trying to blame the dog. So here's your moment, Bruce. You've gone from attorney of record to a cautionary tale in a matter of months. Your name is now attached to a ruling that literally says, we'd let them dismiss this trash, but Bubbles didn't know how. Even your procedural surrender is being reviewed for malpractice. The next time you're tempted to open your cock washer on a live stream and call anyone else stupid, maybe, just maybe remember this order. It wasn't written to you by name, but we all know who it's about. Oh, you think that I'm done? Well, buckle up, buttercups, because we have the fucktard for BBB, Paint Chips, Lisa, and Fleesa. Well, congratulations. You've done what few thought possible, formed a legal Voltron so profoundly incompetent that the court had to stop mid-proceeding, wipe the docket, and start over. Not because your arguments were strong, but because your stupidity broke Rule 41, like existentially. Why not start with BBB's spineless exit? He swaggered in as the high priest of legal precision, calling everyone else stupid while he quietly filed a cell phone so bad it forced a judge to reverse his own order just to mop up the residue of your malpractice. He didn't just screw up, he laid a procedural landmine, then tripped over it twice. He told the world Judge Bolitho's an idiot, that Shockett's a moron, that only BBB, the little man with the testicular fortitude of a neutered dog, knows the law. And then the court spent 4 pages explaining why he doesn't even understand how to dismiss a counterclaim. You got vacated by precedent so basic, it might as well have been printed on the back of a cereal box. And that's not lawyering, that's flailing in open court and calling it strategy. And now, BB, you're off the case. Resigned, fled, quit before you had to show up and explain why you lit yourself on fire with case law you didn't bother to read. You didn't withdraw with dignity. You evacuated like a shoplifter cornered by mall security. The judge didn't even sanction you yet, and we're all waiting on that until he rules. But hey, dipshit, you're in good company because, hell, you have Paint Shep, America's favorite disgraced felon who thinks that being disbarred makes him qualified to critique bar ethics. You're like Biden took the bar exam after a stroke and heavy metal spill. You shriek like a little jailhouse bitch on every live stream about patriotism and tyranny while hiding from subpoenas like a raccoon in a crawl space. You're not a lawyer. You're an unread Substack in human form. No courtroom in America is asking for your input. You are permanently benched by every state that matters, and you've responded by LARPing as a freedom fighter while gluing your mom's last name to sock puppet accounts on YouTube. No one's afraid of your threats. They're afraid they might catch whatever combination of brain fog and narcissism makes you think you still matter. Then there's Legally Lips, or should I say permanently retired, not as a choice, but as the closest thing to a mercy killing the Florida bar offers. And yet, here you are signing lawsuits like your license is just on vacation. You're just too stupid to admit it's not. The need court approval to practice law in Florida now, and the only thing you're practicing is revenge fantasy through a busted brain. You claimed you were out, you said you were walking away, and then you came sprinting back with a lawsuit so incoherent it looks like it was drafted during a blood moon with crayons. You signed a state complaint under your husband's name like a legal Cinderella breaking curfew on a bar sanction. You're not a lawyer anymore, Lips. You're a pro se hallucination, dragging a briefcase full of delusion into courtrooms that never invited you back because you are so irrelevant they probably don't even remember your name. And finally, the turd in the septic tank Sunday. You have the head flea. You can't read. I don't mean that as an insult. I mean that as a matter of documented video archived reality. You misread court documents with the legal knowledge of a vegetable on life support that you screen share live to your own audience. You don't get filings wrong because you're rushed. You get them wrong because you don't understand how language works, especially when it's formatted in legal English. If it had more than 4 letters and doesn't end up followed by a smoker hacking up a lung. You say things like Jeremy filed against himself with a straight face. You confuse motion responses with counterclaims, counterclaims with court orders, and court orders with witchcraft. You're not a commenter. You're an active brain fart of comprehension. Together, the 4 of you have managed to reduce the legal process, a centuries-old institution of rules, structure, and dignity, into a live-stream game of Mad Libs where none of you know the difference between plaintiff and a Pokemon type. You aren't rebels. You aren't silenced truth tellers. You're cautionary exhibit in the museum of what happens when narcissism finds a pacer access. Your filings don't defend liberty, they defend your fragile egos, one typo riddle tantrum at a time. And you keep calling the rest of us stupid while you get reversed, reprimanded, quietly pushed out of relevance because you look like misbehaving children being handed back to their parents after a disastrous sleepover in an opium den. And through it all, I'm still here, not because I'm better, not because I'm special needs, but because even I know how to read a fucking rule book. The Velcro shoes are strapped tight. Shizzy Wisnut, your friendly neighborhood moron, currently still beating you at your own game with nothing but coffee, sarcasm, and basic reading comprehension. And most definitely, your motherfucking daddy.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
An early mug raid. It is a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night. The heat is so hot. It's been so crazy, been so hectic. I hope that every one of you are having a wonderful, wonderful night tonight because, well, I am having one time of my life. Hello again, Yamaha Killdozer. I already said I would fly into Florida to attend court. I want to see the judge, counsel, and jurors when the letters are ready to the record. Jeez, you guys are bad. You guys are bad. Vegetable and life support. Oh, you like that one, huh? Hey, how's that joke go? You know the worst part about eating vegetables is getting them back in their wheelchair. Oh, so bad. This is so bad. No. Don't be offended if you're a vegetable. I'm afraid you might fall out of bed. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry. It's been the 60s for 2 days in Denver. That's nice. That's really nice. No, I saw those filings come in today, and I knew that those were that it was going to be really short on anything to really talk about with all of that, because, well, hell, it's more fun some days just to hang out with you guys. I've been working on some really cool stuff, and I know for a fact that it drives them absolutely nuts. It drives them absolutely nuts whenever they're not being talked about. At least it wasn't me that got him demonetized this time. I don't get it. Okay. Early Tug Raid. Welcome, Early Tug Raiders. Oh yeah. So we have this wonderful thing that I'm going to show you, and you get, well, it's not anything but a little bit of a sneak peek, because, well, it's for members. That's the best part about it. It is for you guys that I do all of this stuff, that I just have, just endless amounts of fun. So give me just a second. I'm going to pull this thing up, and I'm going to let you guys get a glimpse of it. So if you're not a member, now, if you are a member, you know what this is going to look like. But if you're not a member yet, I will tell you that I've got this new video that I want to share with you, but you're not going to get to see the whole thing. You'll only get to see a portion of it. All right. You ready? Now here you go. It's a new track. It's a new track that I put out. So you get to hear just a bit of it. You get to hear the whole thing, but you only get to see a bit of it. So here we go.
You could have lived quiet, but just jumped in face first. And now, I live rent-free in your head. She called me Shizzy Daddy, like I'm duty-bound. Like my silence was a leash that kept her around. Filed her fantasies right next to real law. Trying to bait attention with a padded bra. You added yourself, girl, no one asked. Slid in the lawsuits, just kicked her ass. Wasn't even named, but you just had to scream. Me too, daddy, don't forget my name. Whole court said who when you showed up wet. Self-tagged in drama you ain't never met. You ain't a witness, you a wet submission. Stapled to the docket like a desperate affliction. Shizzy daddy,
don't ignore me, file me in, make me the story, but daddy don't call the desperate crew. He lets them rot, drops the shoe.
Crave relevance like a fiend needs fix. Slapping lawsuits on your kings for clicks. Every docu files a love note soaked. Look at me, daddy, in shameful strokes. You ain't a plaintiff, you a groupie in drag. Who files the flirt and leads to brag? Your name ain't raised, it's wedged in margins. Screaming for a spotlight through forged bargains. Desperate move, you legal leech. Try to ride my name like a soul to reach. But I don't see you, I'm past the noise. You just a footnote, wanna be the story. You need attention so bad. You forged yourself into the story. But all you did was prove how irrelevant you really are.
Shizzy daddy, choke my shame, write me in, give me fame, but daddy don't call the extras near. He skips the ones who volunteer.
You never belong, you stuck in the scene, clinging to filings like a drama queen. You don't want justice, you want the leash, gasping for orders like a courtroom feast. Your man, a ghost with a cam in hand, watching his wife beg another man. And me, I forgot you twice this week while you scream my name through legal speak. You the thirstiest thought in a fake complaint, moan in for a judge to grant restraint. But you don't get served, you get laughed, dismissed, no motion, no hearing, just scratched off the list.
You filed yourself in, you begged to be seen, you leaked your kink into my world, and I still didn't care. You're not a co-star, you're not a character, you're the background smudge on a document no one read.
Cause dumbass, you never had a chance. You call me Shizzy Daddy like it's a prayer, but oh, I'm not God. I'm the beast who laughs while you beg for me from the floor. You wanna be ruined, you want the leash to order the voice in your ear. Too bad, you don't get home, you get ignored. You can burn your marriage, torch your name, and I still wouldn't give you a glance. You're not worth my time, you're a malfunctioning lipstick, a walking illusion with soggy fantasies and no brains. You don't need Shizzy Daddy, you need quiet rooms and locked drawers. You need the meds you skip when you start thinking this is love. You're obsessed, sick, soaking shame and grinning through the tears. And the worst part, you like it, you beg for it. You need someone to call you trash, just so you can finally feel something. But here's the truth, you're less than trash. You're compass for better stories. I wouldn't touch a cake with a gloved hand. You'll scream my name tonight, you'll cry in the dark, fantasizing about being beneath me. But I'll be asleep, peaceful, dry, untouched, while you drown in the fiction that I'd ever look your way. So dream of Muppet, dream of collars and commands, of Shizzy Daddy and being degraded. And when you wake up, just remember, I didn't even think once about you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. That was it right there. That was the one, the only song. That was the one that I've been I spent at all of like 15 minutes like putting that one together. So that was the fun one. So I know there's I'm sure all kinds of other stuff that we could be talking about, hanging out with, but how do you guys feel just about having a really fun night? We'll put together a little bit of music for you guys. We'll have a little bit of fun, just nice, easy, chill night. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, or is it Wednesday? No, I'm pretty sure it's, I've lost track of my days. I can't even remember what day it is anymore. That's so bad of me. That is so bad of me that I can't even remember what day it is. 351 in chat. Click that like button, slap it, smack it, make it feel really good. Wender Bender coming in with a $5. That's awesome. Love it. And Wender Bender, I know that you're a member, so you've probably seen the video. You can tell people that it is absolutely one of my most favorite ones that I've done. And of course, I do have another song that I want you guys to hear. It is one that I put together. Oh geez, when did I put that one together? It's been a little while. I haven't got a video for it yet though. Thank you so much, Wender Bender. It's still Tuesday for about an hour. Is it really? Yeah, I guess it is for about an hour. It's gonna be Tuesday for about another hour. But I do have something absolutely really cool I want to share with you guys. So give me a second while I pull this thing up. It was not really planned, but it was one that I put together a little while back. And it's just a remix of one of the other songs that I did. I was like, I really like this song. So what I did is I remixed it, and I turned it into a reggae song, which is pretty cool. So give me just a second while I find it. And the new album that's coming out, I think you're really gonna like this one. It's pretty cool. Let's see if it's this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. And I want to just double check and make sure that I've got the right version of it here. Nope, that's the wrong one. Let me double check and make sure this is it. Nope, that's not the one. Oh, don't tell me I've lost it already. And maybe it's already on the album itself. There we go. Stars and bars. There it is. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Now, here we go. Yes, this is the one. This is the one I want you guys to hear. give me a second and I will pull it up for you just so you guys get to hear this one, because I like I said, I worked on this one for quite some time, just because it was such a fun song that I had to do a second one. And it is this one right here. Let me get the entire screen so you can see this whole thing. And as you can see, it's going to be 84 degrees here. Oh yeah, let's do this one.
I was gonna fight my case real good, but then he got high. Hired a lawyer I thought I could trust, but then he got high. Now I'm stuck pro se, crying on Zoom while he's hitting the blunt in his living room. My whole defense went kaboom because he got high. I was gonna clear my name, you see, but then Bubbles got stoned. Said he'd stand up strong for me, but then Bubbles got stoned. Now I'm sitting here broke, no plan, no clue. Court's on the line saying, where the hell are you? My lawyer's lit, but I'm getting sued because he got high. Because he got high, because he got fried, left me hanging dry. Could've had a lawyer who gave a damn who tried, but instead I got beep, 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 puffin' skunk and shit. Yeah, I'm watching my life and break because he got high. I was gonna call a real attorney, but BB was cheap. Thought a discount deal would save my ass, but the cost was steep. Cause now I'm stranded while he smokes away. Judge saying, ma'am, your lawyer's MIA. BBB's busy getting baked all day because he got high. Man, I asked this dude for help. Said he'd be my counsel. Said he'd stand tall, fight hard. Nah, my fool showed up with devil's lettuce and a scheme. Didn't pick a jury, didn't show for trial, but he sure showed up to light that joint. He said he could settle this case, but he couldn't quit chasing the taste. Swore he'd stand tall, but he dropped like a stone. Played it all off like he meant it full blown. Now I'm stuck here watching hope slip away. Pro say, pro cry, losing ground every day. BBB couldn't go half a day because he got high. Because he got high, because he's that guy. Watching my chance die. Could've touched the law books, but he touched the sky. Blew my whole defense while he got high. Now I'm wondering why. Because he got high. I thought the hate group had my back, but they sold me out.
Oh yeah, they did.
Puff, puff, pass, now it's my ass. But now there's no doubt. They pushed the scam, they hopped the lie. Cheered them on while my
Well, I know
case
you like
went
those
bye-bye.
nuts.
All I got left is to ask myself why we got high. Could've walked away, could've stayed clean, could've lived my life outside this scene. But I bought the hate, bought the scam, bought the spin. Now I'm sitting here broke while Bruce grins because he got high and I got screwed, and my anxiety is over the roof.
Oh yeah. I knew you guys would like that one. That one was a new one that I put together. And speaking of new stuff that, you know, probably got completely forgotten about. I almost forgot about this one. So I think we'll just share it with you guys because, well, why not? Why not just give a little sharing here? Oh man, So here we have, this was dated on June 6th. And here we are almost on the 24th, and nobody's even talked about this. No anxiety whenever you get high, I guess so. So this right here is in the case of Ducey and KO. Okay. So this came in on June 6th, pursuant to federal civil procedures, blah, blah, blah. Participants were these people right here. Certification gives you that. Jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction. The basis for subject matter jurisdiction is diversity of citizenship. Plaintiff is a citizen of Assam, Massachusetts. Defendant is a citizen of Connecticut. Defendant denies that the court is subject matter jurisdiction because defendant claims that the amount of controversy doesn't exceed $75,000. Personal jurisdiction is not contested. Brief description of the case. Now, you have to understand these are just claims of the plaintiff. The claims are the defendant asked the plaintiff to co-counsel with defendant on a state case in Connecticut in exchange for a 50-50 split of the attorney's fees. Well, the plaintiff agreed with the understanding that the defendant would seek punitive damages. Well, that the plaintiff would handle much of the pretrial work and that the plaintiff would not attend the trial because plaintiff lived in Massachusetts. Defendant did not pay the plaintiff any fees from the recovery. In addition, defendant failed to pursue punitive damages as promised, thereby reducing the total amount of attorney fee recovery. The defenses and the claims: affirmative defenses, counterclaims, third-party claims, cross-claims, either pled or anticipated, of the defendant. Defendant did not agree for Ducey to attend trial. Ducey did not agree for Ducey to attend trial. Ducey did not perform as agreed. Ducey agreed to be responsible for jury instruction and by his own admission caused a $400,000 loss because of his malpractice. Defendant denies paragraph 58 of that complaint and will revise his answer for that purpose by June 30th. This is why you haven't seen Ducey, is he's got to file something new by June 30th. Defenses and claims of third-party defendants. There are no third-party defendants in this action. Statement of undisputed facts. Plaintiff does not dispute the following facts. None. Absolutely none. The plaintiff disputes all of the material facts alleged in defendant's special defense and counterclaim. So basically, KO, which is the plaintiff in this, he disputes anything that Ducey has said. Defendant does not dispute the following facts. He admits that he owes the plaintiff $1,500, but if any money is owed, it is offset by the defendant's counterclaim damages. Well, Ducey admits he had an agreement, or the defendant agrees. Oh, I'm sorry. I got that backwards. Defendant admits he had an agreement with Ducey, but the resulting breach by Ducey caused him damage. He doesn't owe Ducey anything. Defendant denies the paragraph 58 of the complaint and will revise his answer. Let me make sure I got this right. So it's Ducey that's doing the suing. He's the plaintiff. Sorry. I had that backwards. Okay. So basically Ducey's saying he denies everything, whereas the other guy agrees to certain things. Okay. So let's see. Here we go. Let me get back to it right here. And of course, it is Ducey that denies all of everything of the counterclaim. So case management plan, initial disclosures. The disclosures will be served by July 15th, 2025. Scheduling conference. The parties request to be excused from holding a pretrial conference with the court before entry of a scheduling order. Parties prefer the scheduling conference, if held, be conducted by telephone. Because, it's hard to do anything. Okay, I can do that. And give me a second. Copy. Let's see here. And see where you are. There you go. Paste that in there. Yeah, I've been having problems with it also. So there you go, brother. That should work. Check out your Discord, brother. Early settlement conference. The parties certify they have considered the potential benefits of attempting to settle the case before the undertaking of significant discovery or motion practice. The motion of the ocean. Settlement is unlikely at this time. The parties do not request an early settlement conference. Basically, they're just like, no, we want to see this through. The parties prefers The parties prefer a settlement conference when such a conference is held with the presiding judge, a magistrate judge, a parajudicial officer, or a special master, whomever the court prefers. Parties do not request a referral for alternative dispute resolution pursuant to whatever the civil procedure this is. Joinder of parties, amendment of pleadings, and motions addressed to the pleadings. The parties have discussed any perceived defects in the pleadings and have reached the following agreements for resolution if any issues related to the sufficiency of the pleadings. Plaintiff should be allowed until July 15th to file motions to join additional parties. Well, motions filed after foregoing dates will require, in addition to any other requirements under the applicable rules, a showing of good cause for being a shit. Cause for delay. Defendant should be allowed until July the 15th, 2025 to file motions to join additional parties, and has already filed his answer in a counterclaim. Motions filed after the foregoing date will require, in addition to any other requirements under applicable rules, a showing of a good reason to fucking do that. The parties agree that Rule 15 shall govern any amended pleadings. The defendant objects to the plaintiff being allowed to amend his complaint. Discovery, recognizing that the precise contours of this case, including the amounts of damages at issue, if any, may not be clear at this point in this case. In making the proposals below concerning discovery, the parties have considered the scope of discovery permitted under the rules. At this time, the parties wish to apprise the court of the following information regarding needs of the case. Plaintiff's position, this would be Ducey. The main issues in this case are the existence of an agreement between the parties, the terms of the agreement, the existence of breach by either party, the existence of and legal justification for either party not performing under the terms of the agreement, and the amount owed. Defendant's position, if different, the parties anticipate discovery will be needed on the following subjects. Pay close attention because this is where it gets really fun. This gets good. List each of the principal issues of fact in which discovery will be needed. A statement, discovery will be needed on liability and damages, is insufficient. Plaintiff needs to discover whether defendant ever intended to pay the plaintiff, regardless of the outcome of the case on which they were co-counsel. Plaintiff will need, I believe it says needs to discover, if there was a secret agreement between defendant and the client to not pay the plaintiff. Well, and then the plaintiff needs to discover, Ducey needs to figure out all correspondence defendant sent or received in which the plaintiff was not copied or included. Plaintiff will need to discover defendant's trust account records between the time that they were first hired by the client and the time that all funds received were disbursed. Well, and this is what KO needs from Ducey. This is what he needs from Ducey, is the defendant will need discovery regarding the reason Ducey refused to attend the jury selection and the evidence portion of the trial for the 3.5 weeks the defendant was in court during jury selection and trying the case and discussing evidence with the client until 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning on multiple occasions. Defendant will need evidence of discussion Ducey had with the defendant's client and her boyfriend without the knowledge of the defendant. So KO's pretty pissed because he was having little secret conversations in the background. And then also the defendant, KO, needs discovery regarding conversation Ducey had with the attorney for the insurance company without the knowledge of the defendant regarding the settlement. Also, the defendant will need discovery regarding the conversation Ducey had with defendant's client regarding firing the defendant in order to retain just Ducey. Also, the defendant needs discovery regarding the rescission and waiver of whatever agreement existed between the parties. We know that Ducey likes to make little secret like conversations between all of them. And, speaking of secret conversations, we're about to have one now. Do you guys like having secret conversations? Because we love little secret conversations. You want to hear one? Want to hear a good one?
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, that or his dudeness or duder or, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
You talking about secretisms?
Yeah, secretisms. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, brother?
It is going. It's going.
Dude, I watched The Big Lebowski last week, man. That is such a great
That
movie.
is such a great movie.
So
I
much
love
more
that
than a
thing.
movie. It's you know, that's actually based on a true story.
What, the story of your life?
No. It was I forget the guy. He was he's like some Hollywood dude, but he was like actually in like the Seattle 7. You know, like the whole like Weather Underground terrorism thing. It's weird, man.
Oh, that is interesting.
True thing.
I could see that. I can see that.
Why does your ex hate my ex?
Oh, mine does that too. It's after you use the phone or something like that, it goes all funkin' janky.
Everybody else I have messages and it goes yours, and I took a screenshot because I was like, "There's no way anybody's gonna believe me." It's completely blank. It says retry.
Yeah, that's what mine says too.
But now on my phone, it works. On my
Yeah.
phone, I was like, "Oh, I don't want to go backstage on my phone. I want to be able to copy and."
Yeah. Oh, I know.
stuff.
I know. I have the same damn issue. Like whenever Rosalind was on the other night, I was able to send her a link, but I wasn't able to actually get, it's all janky.
Rosalind's fault.
It is. Well, it actually has started happening with you first, like right after Dollywood. I think we were just in too close she
Dude, that's it's funny. She didn't get sick, and
no,
yeah, she didn't get sick, but
she must not drink the Malort. Of course, you didn't drink the Malort either, but you were making out with
no,
Baker.
but you know what? It was Baker running around spitting everybody's drinks and stuff, man.
That's true. That's true.
Dude,
I mean, he spit in your drink. He spit in my mouth. I mean, what can I say?
well, here's the thing. It's all because, Valhalla talked about cannibalism with him, and he was just like, I'll show you. Oh, no. I'll show you Americans. Big Danish. And I'm like, no, it's like, you're like half German. You're not big Danish, you're half German. Anyway, it's a weird thing. But that's what happens at Dollywood. You can't talk about it. It happens there, stays there.
Well, I did talk a little bit about it. I mean, whenever I got back, I think it was the Wednesday, because I was sick for, quite some time.
I was out for a week, man.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I mean, I was garbage. I was garbage.
Oh, dude, and like today, it's weird, man. It's like it's this cycle I can't get rid of it, and it's like I'm on antibiotics. Oh, I'm glad that you thought of that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
These are the biggest dang on pills, man, I've ever taken in my life.
Big old.
So I went to the
pills.
doctor, and I was like, "Here's the thing. I got this, dude. Hang on. Where's Lego Me? Like Lego Me, right? So
Yeah.
here's Lego Me. Okay, this is the size of the pill I have to
Oh,
take.
geez, you're swallowing a Lego.
It's like taking a Lego. Dude,
They want to make sure you don't lose it. That's it.
It's almost a suppository. It's so big. It's a 1,000 milligrams. And what's funny is I go to the doctor and I was like, "Hey, here's the thing," and all this stuff. And she's like, "I had to tell you this, but you got a sinus infection." I was like, "That's so weird," because that's what it felt like. It felt like all my sinuses went right here, and then they dried up. And it's like, they're just, it's so bad. So she said, "Do you mind taking antibiotics?" I was like,
No, I don't mind.
No. I was like, my mom used bleach to clean with, and I was like, I kind of feel like antibiotics every 6 months kind of cleans everything out of your system. So next thing you know, man, it's what it is. So
I love it.
But anyway, man, how you doing? What are you over here reading, man? You're
this is a lawsuit that Ducey was in, or is still currently in. And
by the way, I try not to take pills on stream. I just put those in my mouth, so I spit it out, and I think that may be worse. This really is. It's amoxicillin.
Yeah. I've had those before. Those are giant horse pills.
Watch this. Oh, hey, cat pill.
Cat pill. You just swallowed a cat.
Hey, man, what can I say? Remember that.
So yeah, this is a KO versus Ducey over a little problem that they were having of a contract that was sort of like behind the scenes, wasn't supposed
behind
to
the scene contracts, man.
Well, I mean, especially whenever you tell the client you need to drop this guy and just have me. Yeah, that whenever you're co-counsel, that gets you in a little bit of trouble. But yeah, so this one here is and one of the interesting parts about this is basically this is where Ducey told told him, I can't be there because I got to smoke weed every 15 minutes. Yeah.
I was just gonna work, but then I got high.
Exactly.
I was gonna put on some pants, but I got high. This whole thing's just like it's an experiment in
craziness.
Multi-dimensional drugs.
Oh yeah. It's hilarious. Just, I mean, all of the people that are involved in this, whenever you start digging into it, you're like, wow, these people are crazy. They're just,
well, we're all a little crazy because we're on YouTube. So
yeah,
I'll give them. You gotta give everybody a little bit of a grain of salt. But the thing that gets weird, and this is it's always been YouTube, man. It's so weird. Is the it's like no, it's not a cobweb because a cobweb's pretty uniform, but it's it's like the connect the dots thing, and it's like,
yeah,
why are there so many people from so many different places?
It's like a murder board where they've got the little thumbtacks and they're just
you get the little yarn.
Yeah, and it just connects to everything.
You know what? That's what I need to do. I need to get a map of Denmark and make one of those boards out of it, and not say anything to Baker, but like different colors of string and stuff.
No, you can only do red and white,
Well, no, dude, I'm gonna do different colors, and you're like, "What is that?" I'm gonna be like,
"What?
Oh, don't you worry about it. Just, hey, do you like mushrooms? Do you like mushrooms that go up and smoke? It's like, there's a guy. People think he's all. Hey, do you know we were in World War III?
World War III, really?
Yeah. Everybody's like, we're in World War III. You know, it's funny as it's over with now. Dude, I gotta get where do we get the t-shirts? I want t-shirts. I survived World War III.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it, man. It's so much easier. Those guys did World War I and World War II. What are they doing, man? World War III was like 24 hours.
That's your new t-shirt. That's your new t-shirt idea.
I survived Dollywood and World War III, and Rosalind Dick about killed me.
She just about kills everybody.
Oh, so bad. So bad.
So how was FNL on Friday?
So, oh man, that was crazy. So
you had all the ladies.
Thursday, I'm still trying. Last week was so. Oh man, I'm still trying to get over all this stuff.
Yeah.
You ever like wake up and you ever had a bad hangover and like the third day you're like, man, am I getting a headache now?
It's been a long time
so
since
I had
one of those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm talking about like,
in your 20s. I'm not in my 20s
I was
anymore.
in college for a long time, man. Baker, he's like, I feel like he was really trying to send me. He's like, you should do a all-female FNL, like right in the middle of the stream, because I ended reading Thursday with the I wanted to do like an exit interview of the Karen Reed stuff.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I love that. Well, it was really good.
It's funny because it's like the way I was trying to describe it is like in my head, it's like I want to know like you got to have buns of steel to sit there in that chair for so long.
Yes.
And that's the exit interview for me. It's not like, what do you think about Jen McCabe and all this other stuff? It's like, how did you do it? Because you make it look easy.
Yeah, he does.
And yeah, it's amazing, dude. He's I hate to say this because it's going to sound like a compliment. I don't want him to ever hear that and get a bigger head. But he's as if you're doing just a trial, I love his style. Like it's great. So much better. You got these other people, man. They don't know what they're doing. They're sitting there trying to look all intense and analytical. And Baker, he just gets the little whiteboard, like starts drawing stick figures.
Exactly.
But
I usually start drawing on the screen, and
yes.
I think I've still got that one as a screensaver too, or audio. Do I still have it on here? No, I think I pulled it off. But I had one of Amber Heard. It was hilarious.
Amber Heard was great, man. Amber Heard is there's similarities between Amber Heard and some other people in everybody's lives. Hang on a second here.
You drawing on a whiteboard now?
Awesome. Dude. Hang on a second. I was going to try to say, I just saw S-Shine in here, and she messaged me. I just saw that right when you had messaged me, and I was going to say S-Shine. This is what I was going to type, but I can't do it because I'm very smooth brain. I was gonna say, Sean, I did see your message, and I do plan on. I will look at it.
That's why I don't like experts' detailed information on his Kegel exercises. It's just awkward.
At least I'm still watertight, but yeah.
Oh yes.
That's why he had to leave the Navy, because he sunk.
Well, and I mean Baker, yeah, he's absolutely amazing how he can just, he can sit there for 8 hours and be able to just roll through those without a problem.
He did something. Yes, he's amazing, but it's funny because, like, I was thinking about it. It's like, as soon as you said that, one of the things that he did, it's weird because we're friends, we've hung out in person and stuff.
Yeah, same.
And then doing an interview with him, I was sitting there like, he's doing what so many people do. He knows so much about the subject that he just wants to keep on. He just starts going, right? And I'm like, no, dude, I'm like, calm down, because I want to know about this, and it's some like sidetrack thing. But so he started talking about stuff I had no idea about, like, it's like, oh, the prosecutor and this and that. And then he ended the sentence talking about, he goes, like being hit by a car. And he did it spot on Massachusetts, and he wasn't trying to.
Oh,
he's caught. I was like, dude, you caught an accent.
He did. He caught the accent because he's been listening to it so much. Oh, maybe not with this. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Maybe not. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. 'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clothes. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
That was. I got date on that one.
Stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, bolded,
Poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
Did they say poppycock?
Yeah. Oh, and Debbie Baker with a five memberships there also. Nice, Debbie Baker. Thank you so much.
Love the Bakers.
I caught her. I caught her last night too. With if you have to go all the way back to the beginning of the stream, because I gave big thanks to you, Debbie Baker. Ooh. She's awesome. She's absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, Rosalind. Shame on you.
So that I didn't know where those stickers came from. I didn't know what was going on because I was getting close to the end of the thing, and I'm just trying to. Yeah, I was like. I just tried to make sure that the T-Rex wasn't moving the camera when I wasn't looking. And, and everybody was having a good time. Dude, man, Mr. Roseman, Mr. Ranch. Yes. He was wearing that helmet and he leans over. Oh, dude, I forgot because I got sick. Y'all, it was so bad. Don't ever spend a night with a Dutchman. Can't trust a Dutch. I cannot stand people that are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch. So he leans over and he's like, this helmet is comfortable. Just out of the blue. I'm just like, it's like, you're like, okay, little baby Timmy. And he was just like, man, I like this. And then he gets those stickers and he's just like, he leans over and says, here, put it on here. Like, he was like, I was like, okay, that's how I felt. Like I was like, I'm looking for you. I'm like, I don't want to cover up your thing.
No, it's perfect.
Sticker. And I'm like, I don't even know where the sticker came from. Do I have more? I like these things. And he's just like, put it on here. I was like,
yeah.
I just felt like it was a Velcro moment.
Yes. No, it was beautiful. I got the helmet back and they're just like, oh, they messed it. I was like, no, they didn't mess it up. I mean, how can they mess up something so beautiful?
Well, you just cover it back up, but it's not. See, that's what's so great about it is that it's not the helmet's bigger than just bicycles. It's bigger than just stars. And,
oh yeah.
It's it just keeps it keeps the momentum going. Imagine when the things like the size of what was his name in Spaceballs? Rick Moranis. He played. What was the he's the Darth Vader, knockoff. The big helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, Spaceball, the big helmet guy. Your helmet's going to get that big, but with stickers.
With stickers. Well, I hope it does. That would be awesome. And Double Karma says, "Hey, Shinzy, did Tug pass on my email to you?" I don't know, and if unless he passed it on recently, I haven't seen it yet. So
I'm going to guess Tug has some things to do.
Well, everybody's all up in arms because
I have 2 arms.
Well, yeah, because the
dark helmet. Thank you.
Because Lips McGee, thank you so very much for that double comment. Because Lips McGee decided to, I guess, create a website or something like that, or took the domain name Shizzy Wiznut, thinking that it means something. I guess. I mean,
I know what he used to. I know the domain used to have on it. This shit.
And I'm just like, okay, I really don't care. I mean, if that's what gets your jollies, I mean, because there's no replacing the real me as much as you want to.
I don't think I use actual like www.internet.com stuff anymore. It's like it's an app, or it's I don't leave YouTube very often. That's creepy. But
well, I mean, what'll happen is at some point in time, whenever people act a fool, they get their comeuppance. Why would I stress out about it? Yeah, you have to understand. She's like this peripheral noise. It's like that chick that wants to be noticed really bad. And just constantly screaming.
You have a groupie? I don't know who you're talking about, by the way. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got a groupie. Yeah, I've got a groupie.
Oh, dude, you can't do that, man.
I did.
Oh my gosh, man, I'm sorry. So like I have one rule. It's I always tell my mods, I'm like, just keep people away from me. Because it's groupies, dude. Oh, dude.
Yeah,
that's funny, man.
It's a groupie. I mean, she's obsessed groupie, and it's just like, oh, geez. I've run into them before, and the best thing to do is let the rest of the band sleep with them. Just keep them away from me.
Best thing is to be never mind.
They're a pick me chicks.
For y'all in the chat that don't know, Shizzy and I have a weird parallel, and that's that we both were in music. And he was very, very, very successful. Me, I was like sitting there just like trying to grow my hair long and, look like rock and roll. And
wasn't successful, or I wouldn't be here.
Well.
That's sort of the fun of it. It's just like, yeah.
But that's what's so funny is like, because it's success, man. Everything's relative, right? You compare you to me. Oh my gosh, you're so successful. But it's funny because Shizzy and I, when we can have conversations, and it's the same backgrounds, and we know the same types of you go through that same circle. It's all the same, and
and that's why the YouTube stuff doesn't bother us as much as it does the other people. They get really worked up about it. It's just like, okay,
yeah, this is all fake. So, I mean, it is, dude. It's all fake. It's all fake until it burns when you pee. What?
Well, that's what the amoxicillin is for.
It is. Hey, Freckles is here. Look, it's her birthday. She gave birth today. She's like that chicken.
You know what that means? What that means? Well,
happy birthday to you.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday to you.
I'm okay with you naming your baby expert.
Happy birthday, it is your day.
Little expert.
Happy birthday.
Little expert.
Yeah, well, we got Lego expert.
Yeah, why not? Oh yeah. Thanks, Freckle Ginger.
Oh, that's right. Because your other song you're playing, I don't know. Maybe I'm letting the cat out of the bag, so I'll make it quick. I don't think I don't know if these people know that you were in a barbershop quartet, and that's really good, man. That you were able to get on that thing. Yeah, I can hear you harmonizing in the background, but I've been around you enough. Anyway, yeah, dude, it's just it feels good to finally be on this side, man. I was on this side of the covers, and that wasn't good because it felt like I was on this side of the grass. feels so much better to be on this side of the covers. Hey, look, there's Lisa Hines. How you doing, baby?
Lisa, good to see you.
She is she's a roller derbyist.
Oh,
And she is, I think she's like an inch taller than you, very small woman. But anyway,
well, and I ran into someone.
Wait a second.
That was
The Kruger Cougars here. I bet. Meow.
Meow. The Kruger.
I think I call it Kruger Cougar. But I don't know.
How's that
I
music go?
messed
Something
up
like
the names
this?
I call people.
Oh yeah. There we go. That's for you, Jessica. Good to see you.
She's a nut, man. She's a nut.
She's
In a
awesome.
good way. In a good way. All
Yeah,
you guys in the chat, man. I love y'all.
Yeah. I mean, look at all these fine people just rolling on in here. It's beautiful.
Awesome,
it's a beautiful
so many
thing.
great people. That's the thing that's good about the doing like the live thing is that you just, man, people are just really cool, and it was awesome, man. And Shizzy, I wanted, I don't know what I've said to you because I've been strucken by the Middle Eastern, wherever he lives, Baker flu. The croissant got me. Was that the Danish? He like raspberry Danish or something. But one, I want to thank you so much for coming. That was really cool, man.
Thank you for having me.
It's different on Baker's Lanai, and it's just you just chill out.
Yes.
So everything's gone.
Yes.
And then also it was one of the this year. It was such a incredible experience, and my wife's already said it will never happen again because she's not going to be around people ever again. Baker's got some problems coming his way. Man, my wife, you think she's all cute and sweet and everything else. Man, I did not know. I had to look up words and then translate them. And she called Baker. It weird, man. It was like European voodoo. It was so weird. It was so messed up, man. I was like, that guy, man. So he walks with a limp. The White Rabbits put a hex on him. Like, take that, doughboy. No, it was so many people have said that they want to be here. Freckles is one of them. Just want to be here next year.
Yeah.
And if it does happen, there's no promises, but if it does, it's not a thing without you. So it was it was so cool, man. It was great. Last night I was hanging out after a stream and talking and to my guests, and they're just saying they're so excited to talk about what they saw on the little screen. I was like, you should have when you were there, man. It's just,
oh yeah.
Did you know what was cool, or it's crazy cool? You know, I have a bad reputation for derailing and being late.
Yeah.
And I was the one trying to get everybody wrangled up to the. I was like, guys, we got to go, man. We're already like 25 minutes late. And nobody cared. They were all, and they're like, oh, they're used to you being late. Everybody, they had their own show. It was just, it was magical. I was sitting there, nobody around me. I got to see everything. And then, I go like this. And then normally, you ever like wake up and your dog's staring at you? Well, I went like this and there's T-Rex. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? God, he's quick. He's spooky, man. He's quiet. So,
it's like a ninja. He's a ninja dinosaur.
Well,
or not. I'm coming to Dollywood 2026. End of discussion. Well, thank you so much.
She's
Freckles.
a 6-foot redhead, man. She's like an Amazonian.
I like that. That could be quite entertaining.
Well, she's gonna wear a tank top that says security. I'm secure and you ain't on the back. And,
I love it.
Oh man, she's excited.
She should be.
Hey, Joseph, what's up, buddy? But no, it's just I gotta say also, so you guys are all so beautiful. I mean that on a very I mean, I'm saying it to you, so it's gonna sound kind of homosexual, but like to everybody, I don't mean it that way. I just but
No.
you're a very attractive dwarf, and but like Rosalind, oh my gosh, man.
Oh
And,
yeah.
Mr. Duke, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy. You know what? I'll tell you what. Yamaha bikers over here with John Wayne as his avatar. I'll tell you what. You haven't met the Duke, man. That dude, man. He walks in. He's just like, all right, this is gonna be awesome. And it's like, well, I don't know what's happening. What's gonna be awesome? He's like, just wait. And it just I don't know, man. He has energy that you just want to be around. And
Yep.
the Rosemans, man. Oh my.
Oh, the Rosemans were great.
And there's one thing that people will. It's, every time I run into somebody new or if I run into somebody bored, they say, Mo is the most strikingly beautiful woman I've ever seen. Like she has to do something with her camera. I think what happens is that like her husband put Vaseline on the lens to like
It's
make
gotta
her
be.
look. Yeah, it's got that, that druid look. It's because she is, holy cow, man, she is striking. But she would not go talk to the lady who was going to get in a fight with her mom and give birth at the same time. Yeah, this really did happen on the Midway.
That would have been pretty cool.
Pregnant.
That would have been pretty cool because I could see Mo going up to her and just going, "Sweetheart, it's okay. I've had a few of them.
It's crazy, man.
It'd be just fine.
It's so crazy. But anyway. So what else is going on? But hey, Melly. I'm sorry, man. I'm taking over your chat.
You're good.
Melody Couture had got her 5-year clean bill of health the other day, cancer free.
Oh, Melody,
awesome, man.
that is absolutely awesome.
Yeah. She had cancer twice. She has been on hospice like 3 times.
Oof.
And she's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not giving up.
No.
And she is a firecracker. Well, she also is mad because she came in second in the national dart competition in Las Vegas, worldwide dart competition. That's a true story. That's what her avatar's from.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
See, I remember avatars, not names. What else is going on? She says, what has happened to you, brother? I mean, this feels so good.
What has happened to me? Everything's happened to me. I've got somebody that wants to add, this guy Shizzy Wiznut to a lawsuit.
Well, don't get sued, man. That sucks.
Yeah, it's
don't do that.
It's stupid. It's silly. That's the thing about it. Is
there is a I don't know how I feel about this. It's a legal theory. See, I give nerd stuff every once in a while.
The way I look at it is it is a form of harassment. I mean, that's all it is. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Harass. See what happens.
Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Everybody, here's what's funny. People come in, they ask me, or someone will be like, "Hey, have you heard?" I'm like, "No, I haven't heard anything." I don't know if you guys have heard this or not, but I've been sick.
Yeah, he has been.
Gosh, man. Oh, it's been bad. But well, that sucks, man. Well, just ignore. Well, don't ignore it. Then be like,
well,
get in trouble.
Ignore it until I don't have to. I mean, but other than that, there's nothing that can be done right now. I mean,
I bet Mercury's in retrograde. That's what I'm going to blame it on.
I'm thinking it's just that, summer solstice came along. People started.
I think Valhalla, he did the proper sacrifice of the goat the other day. Because he did it in spring, and spring was rough. Yeah. So I think he did the sacrifice, and I'm proud of him for that, man.
You should be proud of him for it.
Little pagan goat was there, but he had to pay for it. And then he sold the carcass to family down the road. But
they needed clothes.
They needed shoes, but it's weird because they're trying to wear hooves. Right? You don't want to wear hooves. They're hot. It's like walking around in high heels, but you like kind of look like the devil, and not in a good way. Not like you sexy devil, you. It's like, oh man, you're like the Prince of Darkness. Oh, it's so weird. Rosalind's telling lies about it. She's saying that people are nice in person. No, like
No,
as soon as I saw her,
completely
like,
mean.
oh no, get away from me, Miss.
Yeah.
You know, she's the Duke is actually from the Duke's mayonnaise legacy, the Duke family.
Oh,
South
okay.
Carolina's where it comes out from originally. Yeah, big. It's like the mayonnaise king of Texas.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, man. You know, hopefully, man, all this stuff. It's weird. Somebody was talking the other day to me, and that's what's weird. And they were. It was talking about Jeremy. I was like, do you remember how all this got started? And it's because of small town politics and government abuse on a private citizen trying to do the right way, you know, and file it for whatever reason. Their nose got out of whack, and all got down. The only thing the thing I remember is the 2-inch pipe and the strangest judge ever.
Yeah. Well, and that's what a lot of people remember about it is just, well, at least they should, because that's really the crux of it. You got a strange judge that's doing things that he shouldn't be doing. I mean, that's why a lot of us got involved in it in the first place, even talking about it.
It was so hard to try to catch up. Who was it? Somebody said something about it was maybe it might have been like Karen Reed stuff or something. Like it was you know, comparing things. Like, how do you catch up to that? And I was like, I don't. Like, I tried, and there's so many nuances and nitpicking that you can't catch up, and that's still to this day. Like, I'll say something about like, yeah, you know, I saw a old Hales video popped up in my algorithm. I was watching, like, man, that was crazy what they did. It was like 7 years ago or something. And,
Yeah.
people are like, oh yeah, and then they'll tell you like the next 3 episodes. They know them. They know them.
Right.
And it was always good, fun, cool stuff. And
it moved to a small
here's
town.
The problem. Here's the problem.
Damn Yankees.
I think Jeremy's he's gonna have to bite. You know, well, I don't know if you can say that you typically, you know, the terminology you bite the, you know. But anyway, he's gonna have to stand up. He's gonna have to pull up his boots, and he's gonna have to tell everybody, I'm from Ohio. That's where the Australia Biodome is.
Don't make
and
me
Ohio
open it
doesn't
up.
exist.
Yeah.
It's not really. It's just it's a government territory. It's not a state, and it's. I feel bad for him. He escaped, so that's a good thing. But it gets weird out here in the real world. You know, like they're kind of taken care of over there on the reservation of Ohio. But you know, it's like, you know, like Cleveland Indians. You know, it's all these signs have been out there forever. They just don't realize it because, you know, T-Rex is the same way. Feral, you know, all these weirdos that we know, and
Midwest is a crazy place.
I just said weirdos because I mentioned feral. That was the whole thing.
Well, yeah.
Everybody else is they're weirdos in their own way. Oh wait, Rosin said that came out weird.
That came out weird. I don't know.
You know what, Rosin? I'd be lying, but I said you were the first chick that said that to me. Anyway.
That's so bad.
Dude, a bummer sticker. That came out weird. Dollywooding. That's 2025.
Just stab me. You leave my Midwest alone. We're weird, but you know what? We got shit done. Exactly.
No, wait a second. Are you Midwest or are you Ohio?
No, she's in Midwest.
Well, see, that's not Ohio. It's like Wisconsin and Minnesota and I think Chicago.
Hey, Monica. It can be interpreted.
Hey, you want to see, you know? It's not my fault.
Oh, they could be
I didn't say turn the lights on.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm in the Midwest. Yeah, see Sir Frank Otter's in the Midwest. he's in that biodome.
Well, that's not Ohio. Ohio, it's a fiction.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. It's a reservation. Cleveland Indians, come on. I mean, they're telling you the government's been spoon feeding you all this stuff for years. And then they laugh about it when we just go, oh, that wouldn't happen. Like the earth being round. Like, that's so silly. Like all the water would fall off. Anyway, so Shizzy's got groupies. Rosalind thinks it's weird.
I mean,
the code word for Ohio's Midwest. I don't know what's going on. I think I've ruined everybody's lives. I think I'm like two north ends of the magnet.
Well, no. I guess I think I've broken a few women is what's happened, and they're it just happens.
Yeah.
It happens. They get all excited and then they get like let down because I won't talk to them. And it just breaks them.
Oh man, you know what? I just had a conversation like that lately, and it's weird. That's going around YouTube, man. That's going around YouTube. There's a few. It's weird. It's weird. I'll tell you. So last night, I had. I don't know if you know the Helen back or not, but she's an incredible person. She's been around since before I had 500 subs. I mean, it's a long time. And it's so every once in a while when I get to talk to someone like that and they start asking me, well, what about this person, that person? I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot because we're just so fast in doing this stuff. And I felt really bad. She mentioned somebody. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I forgot about her. And I was like,
oh,
yeah, like that was because we were all close, It's just, I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird, man. It's weird. This YouTube, man. The tubes,
YouTube
fast.
It's got some strange things. Yeah. I would agree with that 100%. I gotta show you something that I thought was really cool. This is pretty cool. Here, check this out. This is about a dog attack. So be prepared.
This take place in Canton, Massachusetts.
I just want you guys to know that there's going to be some very disturbing images here. So be prepared.
I spent the night with Shizzy. I'm immune to disturbing images, y'all.
That is true. But I do want you guys to just know that this is a dog attack. So there's some disturbing images here. Okay. So here we go.
Oh, look at that. Right over the top. Right over the top. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. That dog's smiling. Oh, my gosh. That dog's like, I am licking the bacon. Like, yeah, I'm right on the bacon. Look at me. They're all my friends, and they're going to be so tasty sweet later. Oh, man, that dog's living best life. Look at that. You know what's cool is the person that did that. They caught the dog jumping over the fence in there. That's cool, man. That's really cool. That was awesome. And thanks for sharing that. Hey, that also reminds me, T for Two, right?
Yeah.
She gets a little aggressive sometimes when she gets out in public. Anyway, she told me how pork rinds are made. I never knew this. Comes from circumcised pigs. I couldn't believe that. I was like, that's interesting.
That is very interesting.
I was like, well, good, man. I love pork rinds.
I love pork rinds too. Baker hadn't had the pork rinds like we have them.
No, he hasn't had anything. He doesn't have salt in that country, man. Did you hear him? He's like, oh, it's not. When you put salt, the way I remember is Shizzy took the salt shaker and just started shaking it on Baker's food. Said, "Now try it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, it is good."
Yeah, they didn't salt anything.
Well, it's the whole like, it's gonna be bad for your heart or some stupid thing like that. Well, when they looked at our table, they're like, "These people are walking. They're taking time bombs for a heart attack."
Do you like a little bit of country music?
I cannot make a weird joke out of that, so I'm just gonna go with it's okay.
Oh, you'll be
I
laughing.
mean, I tried to make a weird joke, and
You're
and it was
you're
weird. I
gonna be
couldn't make it
laughing.
weird.
I guarantee you're gonna laugh.
Yes, I like laughter. Is there supposed to be volume though? Why am I reading this and I can hear a tune in my head? Now I feel weird. Now I feel like I'm throwing hot. He's on the wrong side of the car. Freckles, are you still here? Could you explain this to me?
Oh,
Hey, Fluffy, how you doing? Oh no, not in the aloe vera lotion aisle.
no sound. Everybody's
Yeah,
saying
there's
there's
no
no
sound.
sound.
I was reading it.
Oh, there's no sound. Oh my God, the song is even better. Oh, what happened with
Well,
the
what's
sound?
bad is that's why I said like I'm reading and I'm picking up a tune in my head. That's
What the
what's
hell
bad
happened?
because I feel like you get the
All right, here we
it's like
go.
Dr.
Here we
Seuss.
go. We'll play it for you guys.
I hate my fucking boss and I hate my
Oh my
fucking
gosh, it's
job.
so country
I hate my
music.
dumb ex-wife and her stupid boyfriend Kyle. I hate all other countries and I hate when people talk. But boy, do I love being home alone and jerking off. I jerk off all the time. I jerk off every day. I jack off every night in my jacked up Chevrolet. I jerk off when I'm sleeping and I jerk when I'm awake. And boy, I love to walk down busy streets and masturbate. I jerk off on the couch.
This is
I'm
like
jerking
how
off
the
right
game
now.
was in
I jerk off
Nashville.
to the thought of jerking off and holy cow, I'm deputy a ding dong, drumming, triple gripping, tater tugging, king of cranking off my junk, and that's the only thing I love. In my dirty, muddy pickup, driving bumpy with my dick up, busting all up in my dip cup. I'm the boss of being bricked up, blistered
dip cup?
knuckles. I won't quit. I'm busting nuts while on the shit or whiskey, wrangling tipsy twister, jerking off is why I live. I'm the big rig, bone rubbing, sock stained, stroke loving wizard of the wind. Jerking off is all I need. I jerk off all the time. I jerk off every day. I jack off every night in my jacked up Chevrolet. I jerk off when I'm sleeping and I jerk when I'm awake.
Jacked up
And boy,
Chevrolet.
I love to walk down busy streets and masturbate. I jerk off on the couch. I'm jerking off right now. I jerk off to the thought of jerking off and holy cow, I'm deputy a ding dong, drumming, triple gripping, tater tugging, king of cranking off my junk, and that's the only thing I love. Yeah.
That's Freckles. I just choked on a nerd.
Choked on a nerd.
When you do she wrote, she sounded like she's done like one of your AI girlfriends.
Oh, that's not one of
Dude.
mine.
Oh my gosh. Dude, but okay, yo, this is where we get into that stupid like philosophical thing about the music. Did you hear that? It's like that's every country music song. It's
Yeah,
all
it
that.
is.
It's
It
like
is.
up and down, up
It's
and down.
and it's what's what we used to call new country. You know, it's like oh they sing with a twang, but it's not really country music. Like it's not like Willie and the Boys. It's not like Hank's. You know, it's a different kind of country.
You know, my dad always says like what was it is they're trying to make Elvis country music, and Johnny Cash used to be rock and roll.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a great job in the movie Walk the Line explaining that. And why do I have this image of Yamaha biker wherever he lives? He's got it's like one of those houses you drive down the street. Like, why does that house have aluminum foil for blinds?
Oh! I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna
Well, I
break
haven't been
expert.
so far, so go for it.
I'm gonna break expert.
Give me your money, bitch.
Oh, calm down, bro.
You calm down. Just hurry up. Are you a black guy?
Are you serious?
What?
What, just because I'm robbing you mean I'm black?
Well, I mean,
Why would you think that?
I don't know, maybe because you're robbing me and you're black?
How you know I wasn't a white guy?
Because, bro, you talk black.
Excuse me? Talk black?
Sorry. I mean, talk African American.
I didn't know black was a language.
Look, man, I didn't mean to offend you, okay? I was nervous.
How would you feel if I just assumed you was a gardener?
I am a gardener.
How would you feel if I assumed you was in a mariachi band?
I'd be fine with it. I love mariachi.
How would you feel if I assumed you was illegal?
Oh, okay. Calm down. That's too far. Who you been talking to?
Doesn't feel too good, does it?
Okay, how would you feel if I assumed you need to pay child support?
How would you feel if I assumed all you did was get drunk and watch soccer?
How would you feel if I assumed you only eat chicken and watermelon?
How would you feel if I assumed you only eat tacos and fajitas?
Well, how would you... Damn, I could really go for a taco right now, actually.
Actually, I could do the same.
There's actually an amazing taco truck down the street.
Oh, really? I gotta check that out.
You probably won't like it, though, because they don't have grape soda.
You know the difference between a Hispanic and a stoner?
What?
Stoners have papers.
You know the difference between a black father and a boomerang?
What's that?
Boomerang comes back.
What's your favorite band? Juan Direction?
What's really long and black? The line at KFC.
That one's kind of funny. I like that one.
It's good, right?
No,
I like
it's
Juan
not.
Direction.
No,
I'm
it's
not gonna
not.
It was a good one, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
Oh,
Who did that? No.
Cosby, Stills, Nash and Young. What? He said, I just read that whenever you said who did that. That's why I was like, Cosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Oh.
You know the Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner was a response to whatever that guy is.
Neil Young.
What was the song he did? Keep on Rocking in the Free World.
Yeah.
That's very
well, that's okay because I've got the latest video of Neil Young.
Hey, wait a second, real quick though. You guys know I'm just joking, right? About Ohio. I mean, you're taking this. If you take me serious, you guys need to have another electronic drink.
So I do have a video of Neil Young. He's chasing down Leonard Skinner here. So check it out.
Are you kidding?
Look.
You know.
Shut the fucking door! Shut the fucking door!
Why does that remind me so much? The one time when I was driving and Ballstorm comes running out, he jumps in the back of the truck. That hit a little close to home. There's no Neil Young. There might have been some Skinner somewhere. But I mean, I just saw that dude get bolting out. I was like, that's Ballstorm. I've seen him run like that. Because you know how loud he is, you know? He gets in there, he starts like cussing at the door. You gotta close. Like, did you hear the dude? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
This is good too. Watch this.
Mikey, you got some news. Tiffany's no longer my girlfriend.
Thank God, dude. That woman was the craziest person I've ever met in my
Oh,
life.
hold up. We're engaged now. She's my fiance. She's no longer my girlfriend. She's my fiance.
What the hell, Mike?
I am so sorry that she's your fiance. Bye.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Kruger, you're a lifelong hippie. We know it and we accept it and we love you for it. But that doesn't mean that you've got the perfect taste in music.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But it doesn't mean that you're not a perfect person. Dude, that sucked that you just showed that. That was a little close to home right now.
Well,
I think we're losing a man that you've never met. And I say man I use that term loosely, but
okay.
I think we're losing Vegas Rick.
Now, Jessica, I know you like Neil Young, but I think you're going to like this band much better. Okay, this is
She lives 15 minutes from where Skinner went to high school, and she likes Neil Young. Let me tell you what, that's how you rebel in Florida, y'all.
All right. This band rocks right here.
Yes, I love it already. This is
Watch.
wait a second. Hold on. We've got a trash can, and we have a pressure washer, and we have a guy who obviously got a knockoff Evil Knievel suit and a ukulele. And I am so upset I've never gotten my ukulele.
I love this.
Feeling pressure.
Right now, I'm thinking they're sweet. Like the Shredder.
Feeling pressure.
Oh my gosh, where are they from?
Oh, I don't know.
Because you know what, they need to be at FNL 2026.
I did see, and now you guys missed this, but so we actually, Baker, Expert, and I, we all hung out, Diva, and we did.
I can't believe you mentioned Diva. I was getting ready to tell you, dude, you need to send that to Diva. Don't send it to Volstorm. Send it to Diva.
Now this one we did see. This is how a Baker experienced Dollywood.
So she just said her name used to be Kyle. I respect it. Just wasn't ready to meet the extra fork on the first date.
Just got to third base. Turns out it was bigger than mine. Fuck that. I'm out.
I ain't even mad she had one. I'm mad it had veins. Bro, it winked at me.
That was Baker after he went to Walmart. That was a blonde Sasquatch, whatever the hell those things are called. If that was blonde, holy cow, man, that would be Baker.
It would be Baker.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that dude, he just started rubbing his cat in a Walmart, man. I've seen a lot of weird stuff at Walmart. Trust me, I've seen some weird stuff at Walmart. But man, this is Tennessee, man. It's not California.
Oh.
Holy cow. Oh my god.
That was good, wasn't it?
Where do you find all this stuff, man?
Well, they're all like this next one. This was just the news because all the little riots that everybody was having.
So I'm gonna break it down for you.
Who's the chick on the right?
And if somebody wants to know what I mean by turn violent, all right, this is what I mean. If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that.
Pretty good.
If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here.
I didn't think you was going to say dogs. I thought you were going to say inmates.
Or point a gun at one of our deputies. We will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not going to play.
Ventilate.
This has got to stop. You're watching what's taking place out there. You're seeing police officers that are being attacked, being spit on, being put in harm's way just for doing their jobs. You're seeing ICE agents that are being targeted for doing their jobs. And you're seeing obstructionists that are doing all of this, standing in the way of law and order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kitten Volunteer, do you really live in Sacramento? And have you ever been to Rio Linda? That's why I just care about Rio Linda, because I want to see your pictures. I hear that place is
now,
unique.
Did you ever watch RoboCop? You remember this
Dude,
scene?
it's oh my gosh, dude. How dare you even question that? That's like asking if I think Ohio's a state. No, but yes, I have seen RoboCop.
Here we go. Have you seen this scene?
I'm having a hard time right now being your friend. That's just wrong, man. See, guys, this is what he does, man. He just keeps going, and then you're like, "What the heck?" Next thing you know, you're watching a reverse Richard Gere. And it's,
okay, it's one. It's I'll give you a redhead. How's that?
I don't know, man. They kind of scare me.
Redhead. Okay.
Didn't you show those the other night?
Yeah.
I'm going to drain your nuts because I have just found out that your special juice contains more than 30 grams of protein. Like more than a protein shake. I don't have to make one when I get home from the gym. With you, I have an endless supply. I'm going to save so much money.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny, so grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread, I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. Like count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's. Jundin will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.
Go play with some baby goats, guys.